Hey again. So, I just had to stop because YouTube videos are probably no longer than 10 minutes, and my computer can only record 10 minutes. You could, fast forward if you want to. But, yeah, that wristband and this thing was, it was, a piece of paper. Like, one time I was riding a bike that I got. I mean, it was my brother's bike. And so I was riding it, and I was going downhill, and I'm one of those people who are very careful, and I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to, just, fall down or crash. And so I was trying to go slow, and then it sped up, and I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And then I fell down. Like, I didn't just fall down, but, like, I felt like Superman at that moment, because I just, like, I just flew right off my bike and landed really hard on my chest, and, the air was knocked out of me totally, and I was just laying there on the side of the road, and you know how people say, oh, people from Minnesota are, like, Minnesota nice, blah, blah, blah. Nobody helped me. There were, like, 10 cars that came by, and they were just like, oh, yeah, baby, I'll be home tonight, right? Yeah, I'm gonna give myself something else. They didn't help me, and I was just laying there, and, in pain. I couldn't breathe. There was, like, dust in my nostrils. I mean, how can you not help me? There's a person laying on the ground, have sympathy, Minnesotans. And so, there was this one old man, and he was waiting for the bus, and he was like, oh, sweetheart, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. And he was like, okay, well, I gotta go catch the bus, hope you're alright, and I was just like, you know what, I'm really thankful that at least one man out of, what, I'd say 20 people who went by cared. Because not a lot of people really care if you think about it. And maybe those people in their cars probably didn't see me because they're not really good drivers. Because in order to be a good driver, you're supposed to, see everything in front of you. Obviously not. So they should get tickets for not seeing me. I wish the law worked that way. But so, I got up, I limped over, I walked over, and I was just like, okay. I broke my brother's bike's brake line. I wonder if it's gonna kill me or not. And then I had my prepay, first phone ever, and it was sort of funny because that phone was a Virgin Mobile. And so I called my sister, and her husband came and picked me up, and then they took me home, and then later I was like, you know what, I'm not feeling right, I mean, so breathing hard, and I was like, you know what, take me to the hospital, I need to go to the hospital to make sure that I don't have any broken bones or anything. And, I was just tearing up because it was just so emotional, I fell off my bike, mommy! No, I mean, like, I fell off my bike, and I was just like, I'm not one of those people who really tell people my feelings, so I was just like, you know what, I don't care, I don't want to talk about it, I just want to go to the hospital. So my sister took me to the hospital, and I took an x-ray, and funny, because I mean, I got bruised on my chest. I mean, like, with these, big cones, I did have a little cushion, but I mean, I got big bruises, and they hurt a lot, and they're like, so you have, contusions, and I was like, what's that? So I sort of looked it up, and I was like, oh, bruises, could you just said bruises, you didn't have to be all smart and, Dr. E and say contusions, like, who knows that? And so here I am. So, and they sent me home with, I think, I don't know, pain pills. I don't want to say exactly what, because I don't know how many copyright laws or whatchamacallits I've probably broken, but I'm not trying to. So if I do, contact me, personally, privately, and, let me know so I won't make mistakes again. Like, seriously, I want to talk to people and touch them in very special ways. But, yeah. So, that's that for my card. I mean, my wristband. And guess what? So my wallet, right, which that paper came out of, I opened it and I was like, oh my god, I have money in here. I'm so thankful how much money I have. You know how much I have? I have 2 quarters. I mean, yeah, here we go. It is so hard to come by 2 quarters. So I have that. I found my grandpa's personal information, and I just stuffed it in my wallet because I couldn't let it go. You know, it's just one of those things. And what else do I have? Oh, and these. I hope you think they're really cool because they are, and I feel so cool, like, you know, cool like people with dreads cool. I've always wanted dreads, so yeah, I found these. They're fake. You probably thought they were real. They're fake. Sorry to say. I want to be so cool so bad that I bought fake rings. It's okay, I'm just trying it out. I mean, I'm pretty sure it hurts a lot, like when I pierced my ears, and they were like, oh, it's not gonna hurt at all, because my little cousin got it, and she's like, no, it didn't hurt. I went there, my mom took me there, I went with my little cousin and her mom, and my mom, they took me to, like, I think, Walmart or something, and then they put me on this really high chair, because I was like, you know, what, 8 or 10, and you know, I was very little, and, so, they're like, okay, so I'm gonna take this pen and draw a dot on your earlobe, and then I'm gonna pierce it with this, you know, this plastic-looking machine with, you know, a metal stick in it, and it'll just hurt a little bit, okay, hun? And I was like, okay, and I really didn't know what was going on, you know, it's sort of like, I've never had sex before, and the other person's like, it won't hurt a bit, and you find out how much it hurts, and yeah, I know, you virgins, you know, man, you guys, I mean girls, so, I was like, okay, so this is gonna be cool, right, it won't hurt that bad, and bam, I was like, oh my god, oh, what is that? Like, it's like the sort of pain where it hurts so much that, that you can't even do anything about it. You don't even have a reaction to it because it hurts so bad, and you're just like, I don't want to move because I think I'm going to hurt it kind of reaction. That is probably the only kind. And then I came home and it sort of like itched, and you know, whatchamacallit, they gave me some, I think some antibacterial stuff for my ears, and I was fine after that. But yeah, that was an experience. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's my first actual YouTube video, so I'm trying to, you know, look into the camera, you know, and make sure that, you know, I make eye contact with you, because you are probably looking at this. I mean, you know, who doesn't look at a YouTube video, you know? So that's that. Thanks for watching. There will be more, and if I'm correct, popular YouTubers, blog like twice a week. I wanted to do more, but I have to keep you on the brink and make sure you come back. So next time I will be having sex.